everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of NuStrength Sugar Babes. We're another Sugar Babe from Townsville. We're just talking about another lady in the program that we love, who's also in Townsville. It's ridiculously hot there at the moment. And Melanie doesn't have any kids, like me, one of the few women in the program that actually doesn't have kids. Because I think probably like 90%, I reckon 90% of the women in our program would be mums. So we're one of the few ones that don't have kids. But how long have you been in the program now?
I started in June last year, so June 18.
So like 7 months?
Yeah.
7 months.
I signed up at the start of the month. So yeah.
Yeah, and I remember the photos that you posted in the Facebook page. I was like, oh wow, you had a really great, had so much great body composition change in the time that you've been here, and you've been awesome. You know, like you've not been perfect, like no one's perfect, but you've consistently picked yourself up and failed forward and just kept chipping away, and you can see the results. So can you tell the viewers why you joined the program? So what were the issues that you were having and how are they affecting your life?
The main issues I guess I was having was just not really knowing what to eat, like the best foods to eat, the best combination to eat. Like there was so much information from the fitness industry that was misleading, you know, like for one, no dairy and, you know,
no sugar.
No sugar and just all the fad diets and stuff. And it was just so confusing. I didn't know, you know, what to do really. And then I saw this program and just looked into it more, and I just thought, you know, it's worth a try. So that was the main thing that I was having, just not knowing what to eat, because I've pretty much always exercised, probably on and off, trying different things, but something I've sort of always done. So yeah, it was mainly the diet that I wanted to really nail. And then I thought, if I get that right, well, then the rest is going to come.
Yeah. So like, obviously you wanted to lose body fat.
I wanted to lose body fat. And just I don't know, just be happier in not that I was really unhappy in my body, but I just knew that I was probably a little bit heavier than I
wanted to be. It just didn't feel like good in your body. And what about like a lot of the other women come in and they'll have issues around sleep, digestion, mood, energy, menstrual cycle. Did you suffer from any of those issues?
I didn't really have any major issues with sleep or anything like that. Maybe a little bit of digestion, which now my digestion now is amazing. Like I very rarely feel unsettled in the stomach, you know, like I just feel constant and, you know, like the same all the time, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And I mean, I can certainly tell when I have had, you know, a weekend, like the weekend just gone, for example. I had a friend visiting and, you know, I didn't really track. And I sort of just ate what I wanted mindfully as possible. But, you know, like there must have been a few things in there that, you know, I wasn't used to eating, because I sort of felt a little bit, you know, like yesterday I felt a little bit upset in the stomach, but it was nothing major. And then, you know, today I've gotten up and had my normal brekkie and I just feel back to normal. Yeah.
Do you know what I think too is that you become more in tune with your body, so you get that sort of level where you're like, oh, I'm sleeping good, my digestion's good, energy's good, and then you really notice variation, like when you eat things that are not so optimal for you. But I think the good thing too is like say you can just go, like I'll have weekends where I don't track my food, I just eat mindfully. It's not a big deal. Every now and then I have a few drinks and I just go back to the plan, and it's not like you're going, oh, that old cycle of restrict and binge, restrict and binge.
Yeah.
It's much more, you know, it's much more sustainable over the long term.
I did get to the point where I was sort of, I guess, eating as strict as I could during the week, and then, you know, weekends would roll around.
Oh, free for all.
You know, I'd go every Sunday with a friend. We'd go and to one of the pubs along the beach and, you know, like just have champers and stuff, and, you know, like, and it
just eat crap.
Yeah, and it
Yeah.
just became a ritual, and I could just feel like I think I was drinking a fair bit as well, and I was just starting to feel just so shit, and just it just makes you pile the weight on, I think,
Oh, totally.
when that's combined with, you know, a bad diet, or, you know, binging or indulging on the weekend or whatever. But
I think too, because like that whole, and I used to do the exact same thing, is you restrict so much during the week, you're like you're just hanging for not, because you're eating such low sugar and low carb, you're hanging for not only the alcohol but also just eating, I would eat crap too, like pizzas and chips, and then you go back to that restrictive diet, and it would just be this awful cycle, and you just feel crappy all the time.
Just deprived, I think. But I find not drinking, because I still do occasionally drink, but I make sure it's only for an occasion kind of thing. So I just want to drink, and you can feel the difference when you do decide to have a couple of drinks.
Same. You can really feel it now. Yeah. On my birthday, I had 2 glasses of champagne, and I felt a bit rough the next day. Like, not terrible, but just I could really, really feel it. But it's so funny. I had 2, and I was like, I don't want to have any more. I think you get to that point where you're like, you can have a few and you enjoy them, but you don't feel like you have to drink to enjoy yourself, which is awesome.
That's right. Yeah.
It's just breaking that cycle. But I think a lot of women are like that when they come into the program. Oh, well done.
And
Good
it's
work.
a massive, the thing that I struggle with alcohol is that it's a massive social thing in Australia particularly. You know, and if you're somewhere and you are saying, you say, I'm not drinking, people are like, what's wrong with you?
Oh, I know. People are stupid though.
It's very rare. It's very, well, it's not very common that you go somewhere and like pretty much everyone's drinking.
Yeah. I just drink soda, or just drink something else, or drink Coke. No one even bloody notices. Yeah, people are funny, aren't they?
Actually, one trick that I do is I get soda water
and lime.
I get to put it in a wine glass.
Oh, good idea. And no one even notices.
No one even questions it.
So funny. Good work. Oh, that's awesome. Well done. So I think a lot of women, that's something that's a habit that they struggle to break. So obviously that's one really good thing that had you tried any of diets prior to this?
When I was younger, I think I did Weight Watchers, but I think that's a bit, it's, what's the word? I think it's one of those ones where you can be successful on it, but then you'll put
it's not sustainable. Back. It's not sustainable. Yeah, well, that's good. Yeah. You're not like all the other women who've done a million diets.
Not really. I did do a bit of a challenge, and I actually think, so it was a couple of years ago. I must have been like mid-20s, and we did I think it was 12 weeks, but we did it. It was pretty much chicken and broccoli, and then occasionally sweet potato and brown rice and tuna and stuff. But it was horrendous.
Kill me now.
And I got down to 68 kilos. That's how that was the skinniest I've ever been, and I don't think I can maintain that weight.
Yeah.
And then once I came off that and just started eating normally again, I put on all of that weight plus I think extra.
Oh, that's what so many women do.
So that was one silly thing that I did that I'll never do again. And I think that ruined me a little bit. And and so from then on I didn't really know what to do. I sort of just ate what I wanted, and I had no direction really.
Until you found wow. Okay, cool. All right, well, let's tell the viewers, what are the results you've seen so far in 7 months? So let's start off with your body changes.
So the most noticeable change for me is in my waist. So if you look at the
pictures,
you can really see my waist has I've lost measurement there, centimeters there. But then also my legs, my legs are the most they're a work in progress, but they are the most defined they've ever been. And you can really just see the muscle definition.
You've got a big change. It's massive in that photo. You can really notice it.
Yeah.
It's amazing. How many calories are you eating a day now?
Just over 2,000.
Isn't that awesome? So you've seen all that change, eating over 2,000 calories a day and training only 3 days a week.
Yeah.
Yeah. What sort of foods are you eating?
So my typical day is, so in the morning I have 2 eggs on sourdough with liver, and I have orange juice and like a glass of orange juice and a coffee with milk and sugar. And then mid-morning I'll have like a orange juice and a Baby Bell. And it depends what my meal plan is, because I obviously change it up from time to time. Lunch, I've been having risotto, the slow cooker.
Yum, I love risotto.
And then in the afternoon, and I'll also have another coffee mid-morning, but just with milk, like without sugar. And then in the afternoon, I'll have a Baby Bell with a date. And then for dinner, I've been having my auntie that's on the program as well made that, like, her version of macaroni and cheese, but without.
Oh, I saw that.
With
the rice noodles. I need to make that actually. Yeah, on fucking Easy Food Prep.
Really good.
Yeah.
So yeah, I have been having that at night, and I've just been like sauteing an onion, shallot, and zucchini. With it.
Yum.
And with orange juice. And I have orange juice at lunchtime as well. And then after dinner, I have a brownie with Greek yogurt.
Wow, all that yummy food. Oh, that's so good. And do you find that you want to ever like binge eat on the weekend anymore?
Very rarely. Yeah. Hardly ever.
Giving your body what it needs. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if I go out for dinner, I just
eat.
I just have the best thing possible. But it's not that I go out and I'm like, oh my God, yes, I'm going to have, smash 10 burgers and fries. Like I just enjoy going out for a meal and just enjoying it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Like you're not restricted anymore. You just make good choices. No, that's so good. I think that's like for me too, that was the most freeing thing, because like I was always felt so obsessed with food. And I think for a lot of women are the same. And what about, so obviously you saw some good like improvements in your digestion. That's good now. Did you notice any other changes, sleep, mood, energy?
Well, I didn't have any major dramas with sleep previously, but my sleep has improved. I can often go to bed and, fall asleep straight away. And I very rarely get up during the night.
That's awesome.
Rarely get up during the night. It's only if I, get woken up by something going on outside. But, I generally sleep all night. And,
that's so good.
So, and I've lost, I think I was about 82 kilos when I started, and I was 72.5 this morning.
Holy shit, so you've lost 10 kilos.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow, that's amazing.
I haven't done my measurements for a while just because last time I forgot, and then the next week I was sick, so I haven't done them for a little while, but I'm going to do them this Friday. Just out of curiosity, because I haven't done them for a little while. So
isn't that amazing? 10 kilos, eating 2,000 calories a day, training 3 days a week. Like no crazy starving.
And it's just been nice and gradual, like I can see the changes from when I first started, and then a couple of months in, and then to now. It's just, it hasn't been quick, which has been really good.
So good. What's sustainable? It's sustainable, so you'll be able to keep it off.
And I still do some other exercise as well as the gym. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Castle Hill in Townsville.
Nah.
The hill that's in the middle of the city, and everyone walks up it. And because I live in West End, which is just behind it, I can often walk from home. So it is a little bit of cardio, but it's. Oh,
but you know what though? That's fine. It's just we recommend to people, don't go and do bloody run on the treadmill or but that's probably actually really good exercise for you to do, because it's good active recovery, getting sun, You know,
Yeah.
like I walk every day. I walk my dog, well, not every day that I can if I'm not so busy. But yeah, that's totally fine. Just don't go and run a marathon or run on the treadmill or do boot camp and stuff like that. Yeah, no, that's perfect. Active recovery is really good.
I've never been a runner, so I
love God, no. Kill me now. No, that's good. And getting sun too, which is really good because a lot of people don't get much sunlight. And now, Melanie, some of the, like, we have a lot of women thinking about joining the program, and we have, you know, some main objections that come up. So if a woman was, one of the main ones is time. Like, a lot of women say, Kitty, I don't have time to commit to this program. What would you say to that?
I'd say that's bullshit. Because, you know, in the beginning, it's a lot to get your head around, especially doing your own meal plans. But if you can dedicate some time in the beginning to get your head around that, it becomes so much quicker. Like, I can set a meal plan, you know, in 5 minutes, and I know exactly what I need to get at the shops. I mean, when you've got kids and you've got a whole family, I understand.
But I think you get time back eventually. It's initially you put time in to learn, and then you get time back. Yeah, like anything.
Exactly. That's exactly right. Yeah, in the beginning, there is a bit of time required, but I think it's absolutely worth the sacrifice and investing that time, because then you're just going to be so much more knowledgeable down the track, and it's just going to work in your favor, because it's going to make your day-to-day life easier.
Yeah.
If you just and then once you get the hang of it, your meal prep's going to be so quick on a weekend.
Oh, totally.
And then you'll be all organised for the week. That's the biggest thing that I find, is that if I spend that little bit of time on the weekend, my whole week is planned and it runs smoothly, because my job can be stressful at times, and I travel a little bit with it, and events and whatnot. And just knowing that I can go home from work, you know, like if I've got to go out, like last week I had a customer function. So I went home first. I had time to go home. I had food there prepped. So I quickly ate something before I went.
And then just, it's so easy.
It was just, it just made it so much easier.
Now the second one is money. So do you feel like you have got value for the money you've invested in this program? Was it worth it? Was it worth the investment?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I haven't even really noticed it. You know, for me, I had the money in my budget, I guess, and I don't really put a price on it either. You know,
your health.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I prefer to, you know, maybe not buy clothes as often and pay for this. You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's only a larger outlay in the beginning, and then
it drops
becomes
off.
more manageable. Yeah. But I mean, it case by case, I guess.
Yeah.
So like I said, I've got no dependents, and I've got a decent job, so I could spare that amount, I guess. But depends how much you want it. I think you could.
And whether or not what you're willing to sacrifice. I think, like everything in life, you know, you have to make choices and make sacrifices. And we've all done it. I remember when we first started our business, we bloody lived on the smell of an oily rag so that we could invest in business coaching, you know, so we could grow and learn. So, and finally, some women are worried about doing it online. You know, you're based in town, so we've got women all over the world in the program. If a woman is worried about the support and the structure and everything, doing it online, what would you say to her?
I would say that not to be worried about it, because everyone is readily available, and the support's there. You just gotta reach out, I think.
Yeah, totally.
Everyone's wanting everyone in the program to succeed. So you're not going to get ignored if you ask a question. You know, like everyone's there to help, and
it is a good group.
Not so much, not only the coaches, but other people that have been on the program for ages. You can always go to them and ask them for help. So I think, and I mean, I guess I was the same when I first started. I thought it'll be interesting doing it online, but I've found it, I found it really, really good. And, you know, videoing your workouts, I think is helpful too, for not for only for the coaches, but for you as well.
Oh, totally. Absolutely.
Watch.
So that's how you learn, I think.
Yeah.
And finally, if a woman was sitting on the fence about joining the program, what would you say to her?
I would say just give it a crack.
Yeah.
Because it's, I mean, if you don't like it, well, then you don't like it. You've given it a go. But I don't think there's many that could say they've given it a go and not liked it.
Well, if you do the work, if you apply it and you're consistent, everyone gets a result.
Yeah.
If you stick at it long enough, you know, like I think so many women fail because they have a little micro failure and they just give up.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like
I was a bit on the fence at the start as well, I think.
I think everyone is.
Like I was sort of a bit unsure. And then I just started and it eventually got easier and easier, and then I started to see results, and I was...
Here you are, 10 kilos down, feeling awesome. Eating lots of yummy food. Yay. I'm so glad that you persisted.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Yeah, it's been awesome.
Well, thank you so much for taking time out of your day, because I know you're obviously on holidays this week, so I appreciate it. And if you're a woman and you're watching this and you were thinking about joining our massive tribe of women, I think we've nearly got 500 women in the program now, which is so cool. Click on the link. Yeah, I know, it's amazing. Hey, click on the link below and fill in the application form, and then you'll be able to book a free call with one of my coaches and have a discussion around whether or not the program is actually going to be a good fit for you. So thanks again, Melanie, and I shall see you in the program.
Thanks, Kitty. Thanks for your time.
Bye.
Bye.